Hi, Fallon. Welcome to a real life exclusive. So let's start with where you from?
I'm from Port Edward, KZN, but I'm staying in Randburg at the moment, in Fontainebleau.
And how long have you been here in Randburg?
I've been in Randburg for the last 13 years. Yeah.
Okay, and what brought you here?
Fights, arguments with family, making the wrong decisions, ultimatums, and I chose obviously what I shouldn't have. A man, an abusive relationship brought me here, and I've been in it for like the last 13 years.
And are you still with the person?
He's in and out of my life. He's in and out of jail. So when he goes to jail, I almost get a break. But when he comes back, I feel codependent on him because when he's not around, I feel alone. So that loneliness has got me I feel like I'm in jail with my emotions, with my situation. Yeah.
And what was he in jail for?
For possession, theft, shoplifting. Yeah.
And do you have any children?
I have a son. Yeah, he's 6 years old. His name's Christian, and he's with my mom at the moment in the Western Cape. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't see him?
No, not at all.
And you
Yeah.
see him at all?
I'm not allowed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
When last did you see your parents?
About 7 years ago. Yeah, my son's 7 years old now. Yeah. So I last saw my son and my mom when my son was 1 month old. It was when he was taken from me.
Okay, and did you finish school?
I did. I matriculated. I have a British matric. Well, yeah, it's a British certificate. So I did my A levels and O levels. And then I went and studied at On Q Radio. I wanted to become a radio personality. I actually did some airtime, but that came to a quick stop when I started my addiction.
Okay, and what's your drug of choice?
Heroin.
And who introduced you to it?
No one actually introduced me to it. I saw a bunch of people doing it one day, and then my boyfriend told me if he ever catches me doing it, that he will.
It's just the same guy.
The same guy, yeah. If he catches me doing it, that he will, punch me. I felt almost like I was being left out. I don't know. I felt like I wasn't included in on the fun. I don't know what actually it was. So when he went to jail, I found some stuff in the drawer, and then I tried it out. From the second I put it into my bloodstream, I was addicted. I could not. To get rid of that feeling, that sick feeling, I had to carry on using, and that's what now has got me on heroin for the last 7 years.
Only drug that you're using?
I'm using crystal meth as well. It's easier it's not an excuse, but it's easier to be on the streets and be on crystal meth because some nights there's no place to sleep. There's no, you're cold, and crystal keeps your blood pumping. And it's you can walk up and down not feeling tired because when you don't have a blanket and a mattress and warm clothes, it becomes really uncomfortable. Yeah.
And where do you see yourself in 6 months?
Wow. If I hadn't gone to Helen Joseph, I think I would have told you hopefully in rehab. But I've just come out from Helen Joseph, and they said if this infection on my hand doesn't get better, on my legs, if it doesn't get better, that I might not make 6 months. Yeah. It was a missed shot of heroin, so I didn't get it into the vein. I got it in on the muscle. So now, if that infection from the muscle gets onto the vein, it will get into my lymph stream it, and then as soon as that gets to my heart, I won't have even seconds left to live.
And what did they give you for it? Did they give you pain?
I've got a lot of pain. I'm constantly in pain. Like this finger here is starting to swell up. They just gave me injection. They told me they can't do anything once the infection is still alive in my body. So I have to wait for the infection to go down. But without clean water, without without just clean clothes and a bar of soap. Like I'm battling to keep my wounds clean. So yeah, I'm hoping that, yeah, I'm just praying to God what I am doing is going to be enough.
There's a homeless shelter here nearby. Have you ever thought about going there or what?
I have been to the homeless shelter in Krugersdorp. They gave me 3 months. Within those 3 months, I had to find a job. Um, those 3 months were free. Afterwards, that you have to start paying. There's a lot of prostitution. There's a lot of Nigerians around there. So even if I were to go there, then there's no hope for me because I'm just on my way to work or just leaving the shelter. There's the dealers. So I've been there. I didn't last longer than 3 months. The next one's in Hillbrow, and I'm scared of Hillbrow. So yeah, I haven't found any other shelters around.
And how was your upbringing?
It was great. I must say I must have been my dad's favorite. My dad loved us all equally. He was my stepfather. My mom's my real mom. My mom and dad both didn't drink. They both didn't do drugs. I don't know where it went wrong. It didn't go wrong at home at all. I was loved. I had enough. I might not have been spoiled, but if I asked for something, I would have had to do some dishes. Like I would have had to do some chores. It would have made me work for it. But I appreciated things a lot more when I was that age, when I didn't get mixed up in the wrong crowd, or if I didn't have that feeling of missing out. I must have been around 14 years old when I got to high school.
And did your parents not pick up on it? Or do you have any advice for other parents?
Tough love always seems to be the right answer, and from my point of view, it's not the right answer. We want to know that we are loved. We want to feel that even though we fell down 7 times, that you were there on the 8th time. It's hard, Mom, when you don't pick up the phone and just say hi or find out how I'm doing. That's tough love when you trying to make me grow up on my own. Like I needed you to be there. You might, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to blame you or blame Dad for where I am right now, but when I tried to speak to you about my depression as a 14 and you said it was my hormones, you contributed to my addiction. When I tried to tell you about my boyfriend that did things to me, you told me that I asked for it because I was dressing up in that way, you contributed towards my addiction. I just needed you to be there. Like, I understand that an addiction is not it's I'm going through addiction and not the family, but I still need my family. Like parents, there's a lot of little signs, those little signs where your daughter or your son is sitting in the room for far too long, and that's that friend that when you get those friends that they're always going to sleep over. It's like the parents are just like, yeah, it's fine, they'll be at home, or they're just going to the movies. Like, ask a few more questions, like find out, drop them off at the friend's house, like, and meet their parents. There was a lot of parents that my parents didn't get to meet, and they were really they were drinking with us, they smoked weed with us. So spend a little bit more time with us, please. Like we want to help you guys meet your full potential at work, and we don't want to complain when you're at work for too long, but we do need extra time. I miss, if I could have one moment with my mom right now, whether she was shouting or whether she was singing or whether she was telling me she loved me, I just want that time. That time is so very important. Yeah.
Do you have any friends out here or anyone that you can trust?
No, not even the boyfriend that I have.
99?
No, he came out like 2 months ago.
Do you know where he is at all?
Yeah, no, I've got these sores on my hands. I've just had to take down what's left of my tent and put it back up while he just lays there on the blankets. Well, like, when you put a carpet down on, when you're installing a carpet in a house, you get that like dog blanket material. So I found some of that, and now he's laying on it while I'm literally, I'm in a lot of pain putting this tent up. So yeah, he's laying there just waiting for me to finish. Luckily, I got told that you guys are around the corner. I literally ran. I was like, that was my excuse to just get away. Yeah.
How do you get money out here? Or
Um,
things that you need, like food and...
there's one or two families that know me, that have seen me walking up and down the street looking lost. They'll help. They don't give me money, but they'll give me food, and they'll always open the plastic first because a lot of addicts will resell that food. Um, so I'm relying on them at the moment. We can go to the church, but the church doesn't know how to differentiate between the people that need the help and the people that are just gonna take it and go sell it. I really, really need that help, and so it's hard. So I've got one or two, and I might sound needy to them, but I do need them at the end of the day. Yeah.
And if you have 3 wishes in life, what's the first one? Anything.
If I had 3 wishes, I would wish for hypnosis. I would take away this whole experience so I could be with my son. I wish for mothers, that are suffering with addiction, babies that are born into addiction, that I could open up a home for them, consequence free kind of a thing. Because we are codependent on so many people and so many things, and our addiction and our boyfriends and our broken promises. And I just wish that that this message can get to the right ears. Yeah.
Your son's father?
That's him lying on the blankets.
Oh.
And we've been together since my heroin addiction. It's like we can't get away from each other. We hate each other, but it's for women, I'd rather be with my enemy and not know that I'm not going to be alone at night than be alone at night. Like, I've had to make friends with people that have hurt me time and time and time again. Yeah.
When you and your boyfriend met each other, were both of you living somewhere or homeless?
He was living with his dad, and I was in my own place. I had a really nice position. I had a car, I had a job. I was staying by Northgate, but on Belair's Drive. It was great. I got into a relationship with him. My mom gave me an ultimatum. It was either him or her. I was like, but I need 2 different types of love from you guys. But what I didn't do was I didn't spend the time telling my mom what I liked about him. And I think maybe that's why he became so, I don't know why he became so angry. Like, he would always ask me, why doesn't your mom like me? She doesn't even know me. And it would make him really aggressive. And I should have spent that time. But then looking back now, like, well, I should have listened to my mom. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 months, a little bit longer with my son, I would have found the right person.
Mom's always right.
Mom is always right at the end of the day. She's the best. And I'll walk past the shop and I can smell her, or when I ask people for help, and I'll get a glimpse of her, and I get so nervous that I can't even approach that person because, it's heartbreaking. I miss her.
What's the hardest thing about being homeless? What's the hardest thing for you?
Approaching people, it's the hardest thing for me every day. Like, I don't know what they think of me. Do I smell? Do I look funny? I'm dirty. What are they thinking? They're just probably gonna say no anyway. And it's like on days like this, it's really, really, really cold. And I wish I could have had that bath or brushed my teeth. Or now I wish I could have just tied up my hair. So like, I'm very self-conscious about how people see me, and I just wish I could change that, because I believe I can sit at a table with a lot of people. My addiction hasn't taken my hair yet or my teeth. I have a core set of morals and values. I'm educated. I know right from wrong, even though I'm not practicing it now, but I am aware of it. Like, I can sit here and tell everyone, in 6 months' time, I want to be clean. I want to be in a halfway house. I want to have my CV out, or maybe have a job already. But there's this thing inside of me that is just laughing. And it's like it's my addiction.
Are you religious at all?
Mm.
What's your
I'm Christian. Yeah.
would you want to get want
I do. I would love a face shot.
I know
Yeah. There's a stuff called Suboxone. It's 1,500 rand for 7 pills. That will take away all my addiction, my withdrawals. It will take away my cravings. But it's so much. You can't ask 1,500 rand from somebody. But those 7 pills for that week, and that will be my detox week. That could save my life. It's just I need that support. So I can't just take those 7 pills and then on the 8th day be like, okay, well, I'm not a heroin addict. I'll be an addict for the next 3 years. I will be thinking about my addiction. I'll be planning my relapse. But during that time, I need that support. I need someone to help me keep me busy. I need to, from 9 to 5, I need to be in a controlled environment. I need people to talk to. Yeah, that support is so important. And I've unfortunately driven all of that away. Like, absolutely everything. Like, at the moment, there are people that are messaging their parents now asking for an e-wallet so that they can get something to eat and drink. Like, I can't even do that. When I was at hospital, I didn't even have a next of kin. I didn't even have an address. I told the lady, I was like, I'm on the streets. Like, that support helps fill in all those empty blanks, and it's a complete form is better than, like, places where it's missing. So I'm just trying to complete my form. I'm 33.
And you said you started when you were 14.
Yeah.
And if you had teen time.
I did. I was clean for the pregnancy of my son, but I did it for him. Everyone was like, well, why? You could have just carried on. I'm like, I did it because I didn't want Christian to be an addict. I couldn't have him born into addiction. But the moment I gave birth to him, and this is so embarrassing saying this, but I couldn't wait to find a formula that I could put him on so I could relapse. I was just, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I want to be clean. Yeah. Yeah. I just need help.
And you said you got siblings as well.
Yeah, I have a brother that is raising my son at the moment. He's gay, so I'm fortunate enough to know that he's not in the system Christian, and then my brother gets to have a son.
You only got the one brother.
Yeah, and they packed up and left. I was in prison for possession, and when I came out, I went home because I was clean in prison. I was clean in prison. And when I went home, another people approached the gates, and I saw these little dogs, and I was like, well, my parents went like puppies. I was actually excited because they were Yorkshire Terriers, and they said the people had moved away like 3 months ago. They packed up and they left, and I found out that they were living in the Western Cape. I go on Facebook and I'll search them, and I can't find them. But if I go on your Facebook, I'll find them. So they've blocked me completely. I don't know if it's for Christian, because they don't want me to confuse him, and I wouldn't want to confuse him. But I'm yes, I'm a mom, but I'm a daughter as well. I'm a sister. They say like weed is the gateway. It really is the gateway. Just like cigarettes. I was sleeping on the side of the road the other day, and this guy brought a young girl. She was 17 years old. Her name is Vanessa. And I couldn't believe that he had brought this young girl, to where we were. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I said to her, I'm like, once you see this, it's not the man next to you. We're all born with some sin inside of us, and we're all inquisitive. We like things. And you will end up wanting to try this. Whether you say no now and it's not cool, and you sitting here, you're 17, you want to help us, you're going to bring us a blanket. That's the last thing on your mind, because you think this is cool. You think the guy that you're with is a gangster, or I don't know what is going through her mind at that time, because it was so I was 17. I wasn't going to be sitting out to freezing cold with, like, on the side of the road, but I do know what was going through her mind when I looked at the man, and I was like, all we want is that acceptance, and we'll do anything it takes to get the guy to look at us, whether it's a joint or whether it's heroin. We can control it. You can lie to your mom. You're going to sleep at your friend's house, Sarah, but you can't control this. It controls you, and you don't want to be sitting on the side of the road the next time, and you're the one that's looking at another 17-year-old girl, and she's too cool to even want to give you any attention because she's with a guy. So it is the gateway drug, and sometimes substance isn't even the gateway. A person can be a gateway. You have to be so careful on who you choose to spend your time with, because that person can capture your heart and you can feel love, but that's all temporary, because when you make someone your everything and they walk away, you lose everything. Yeah.
What type of work have you done before?
Besides wanting to be on radio, I was in sales. I'm a salesperson. I love face to face, but I'm really good over the telephone as well. I've been in I've done telesales. What's that? Cold calling. That's the pest, but like I really did excelled in it. So there were so many times where I would get lost with the person talking on the phone. Like, I'm really good speaking to people. I enjoy people. I'm a good listener. And hopefully I get to go back into sales. Hopefully I definitely won't be doing hand adverts, but like but I will definitely be in sales. Yeah, I would like to get back in sales. Yeah.
Fallon, I really appreciate you taking this interview with me.
Thank you.
I really hope that it takes on your hand gets better. And is there anything that you need at the moment? I think you said to me you need a blanket.
Yeah, I'm really, really cold at the moment. I have one pair of shoes. I came out of Helen Joseph and these guys stole everything. I need absolutely anything. When I was at hospital, but when I came back, I had a few bags here with my blankets, my toiletries. I haven't got even a bar of soap at the moment. It's humiliating. I've just got what you see me in. So if any type of help, but I'm desperate for blankets. I'm very cold at the moment. Yeah.
Yes, Fallon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Fallon, are you okay with me up on my YouTube channel?
Yeah, with pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.